At this point, who's not in Spider-Man Brand New Day? What's going on, guys? I'm Chris, and welcome back to another video about Spider-Man. Today I'm talking about the Brand New Day cast, and I'm actually doing a tier list ranking all of the cast announcements based on my excitement. Back when Marvel put out a bunch of chairs for Avengers Doomsday, I decided to make a big old tier list ranking for all those cast announcements, so I said, you know what? I'm going to apply this to Spider-Man Brand New Day because it seems like every single week a new big-name actor is getting announced for this movie. So I've compiled the list of the cast so far, along with some that are heavily speculated but just rumors, and I have my unique tiers here. So before I get into this, hit that like button, comment down below what cast member you're the most excited to see in this movie, as well as who you want to see join the cast. This could be an actor who's never been in the MCU or an existing actor who plays a prominent character. And of course, subscribe into that notification bell to help reach my goal of 150,000 subscribers here on the channel. I mean, quite a bit. But without further ado, I say we just get down to business. So the tiers I have are LFG, in the spirit of Deadpool and Wolverine. It's good to be back, a little Tony Stark action. Cool, I guess, don't really care, and the bottom one is just a rumor for now, because there are a couple people on this list who are just rumors, they're not confirmed, but there's a good chance that they're potentially going to show up in the movie. I have the characters randomized, and I'll give an explanation for every single one as we go through. The first is going to be Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, who was rumored and then eventually got confirmed to be in this movie. And I'm going to say when it comes down to Hulk, cool, I guess. This is a character who I would dare to say is washed. This is one of the OG 6 Avengers who in recent years just hasn't hit the same. We saw him in She-Hulk, we saw him in Endgame. He's not the same vintage Hulk that he once was. Obviously, we're not seeing him rage out as much. He's got control over his powers. They've gone sort of the smart Hulk route with this character. That's why I'm like, cool, I guess. Unless they do something to flip the script for this character, to revamp him, to give him a new energy, and make him feel sort of like the old school Hulk again, it's hard to stir up too much excitement for this character. I don't really see a reason to get all that excited because I don't care for the recent versions of this character. I think Ruffalo is really awesome as Hulk, but as of late, and I don't know how you guys feel, I just think Hulk has taken a backseat in the MCU, and I would honestly say the franchise hasn't treated him the best. So we need almost a Hulk reboot, change the character for the better, make him vintage Hulk if possible, and even, you know, hell, maybe make him a villain for a bit of this movie where he's lost control and he can no longer be smart Hulk, he's full-on rage Hulk, if you will. That's why I'm like, cool, I guess. I gotta see what role he's gonna end up playing. Next we have Liza Colón-Zayas from The Bear. She is in an undisclosed role at this moment in time. There's heavy speculation she's going to be playing Rio Morales, mother of Miles Morales, which could be a huge step in the right direction for finally seeing Miles Morales live action on the big screen. Now, I don't know if she's for sure playing that character or not. She could be playing a teacher at Peter's school. She could be someone in the neighborhood. You know, she could be pretty much anybody. So take it all with a grain of salt. But regardless, this is an Emmy winner. She's a great character in The Bear as Tina, and she'll be reunited with another cast member on The Bear as we get to him later in this video. Regardless, I'm excited to see this character. It's not one of those LFG moments, and I feel like putting her in cool, I guess, it can have a negative or positive connotation. I'm going to put her in that tier, though. I'm going to go right behind Hulk. I'm going to say, cool, I guess. Like, yeah, I'm excited to see what she could offer. We don't really know the role, so I guess that's pretty cool, but not like, cool, I guess. It's more of a positive connotation here for her. Again, she's an Emmy winner. She's going to hopefully have some scenes to show off her acting chops, but if she's Rio Morales, she'll be around for hopefully a while in the MCU. Next, we have one that's just a rumor for now. Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova, rumored as of today to be appearing in this movie. In what capacity, we don't know. Could this just be a post-credit scene? Very well could be, but I'm going to say just a rumor for now because we don't have official confirmation on this one yet. But when I saw this headline this morning when I woke up, I said, oh yeah. You know, we already have so many other awesome characters in this movie that are heroes, established heroes in the MCU. Why not bring her in? Also, it would make sense if this movie takes place post-Thunderbolts, that the new Avengers are a thing now, and Yelena ends up being in this movie because, hey, Peter's going to be in New York City. We already got a couple Marvel heroes here. Why not have, you know, one of the leaders of the new Avengers show up? And that could, again, sort of segue into Doomsday down the line. So I think it would make sense for her to show up, truthfully. It's just a rumor for now. I really hope it's true. If it were confirmed to be true, LFG all day. But right now, it's just a rumor. But I say, hell yeah, bring her in. Even if it's just for a 5-minute scene, I want to see Peter interacting with lots of these other Avengers characters. Next up, we've got Jon Bernthal as the Punisher. If you know me, you know that I love Jon Bernthal, especially in this role. So you already know it's going in LFG. I mean, let's go, guys. This is huge. This is going to be his big screen debut. We've seen this character in the Daredevil TV show on Netflix originally, then on the Punisher show, then on Daredevil Born Again, and now he's finally showing up on the big screen with Spidey. This is the real deal. This is a big step for this character. Next year, we've got the Punisher special, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. So it's going to be the year of Frank Castle / the Punisher, and I just adore this character. I think Bernthal brings it, and to me, he delivers consistently some of the best performances in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that. He's got multiple moments in the Daredevil show and the Punisher show. He even proves it in Born Again, where I'm like, this man just has the juice. He can take it to another level. You feel for this man. He's a broken man deep down inside, but he's got some internal demons, and he also is not afraid to kick some ass. So I hope we get some brutal Punisher scenes that like push the boundaries of PG-13 violence, borderline R-rated here. But also I want to see the interactions between him and Peter. He calls Daredevil Red. Well, what will he call Spider-Man? Like, hey, Bug. Hey, Pete. If he finds out his identity. Hey, Pete. Just seeing Bernthal shout. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? I'm so game for this. And of course, of all the announcements, this is the one I'm the most excited for. I saw some set pictures as well of him with like a clean beard, a polished Punisher vest. Like, we are beyond back. Cannot wait to see this man in this movie. Next up, we've got Zendaya as MJ. We knew she was going to be back in this for a while. So I'm going to put her in It's Good to Be Back. I'll put her right here. Oop, not there, right there. Boom, there we go. We know what we're getting with Zendaya as MJ. That's not a bad thing at all. She's been great in the 3 MCU Spider-Man films. We know what we're going to get out of her here. The question I have, by the end of Brand New Day, will Zendaya's MJ remember Peter? Because as of right now, she has no memory of him. So I hope that by the end of the movie, maybe they find a way for them to rekindle the relationship. Don't know if that's going to be the direction they go or not. She could just be in here for 10 minutes. She could be just in here for flashbacks. We really don't know. But Zendaya being in this movie, it was going to happen all along. And we'll talk about someone later who we also knew was going to be back. But good to be back. We know what we're getting out of her. I don't expect her to have as big of a role here when compared to her role in the trilogy, the first trilogy. So we'll see, but it's good to be back still. Next, we've got Sadie Sink, who plays Max Mayfield in Stranger Things. One of the great talents, I'd say, of our generation, like the young up-and-coming actors. She's just proven consistently that she's got it. And I bet you she'll win an Oscar in time. By the end of her career, she'll have won awards for sure. Honestly, I'm going to say LFG, guys. I'm going to put her right here. Just, you guys know my love for Stranger Things. Seeing an actress from that show brought into the MCU, bring it on. Also, there's speculation about the role she could be playing, and there's reports of, oh, she's Gwen Stacy. Oh, she's Mayday Parker. But, you know, the daughter of Toby and Kirsten Dunst, Peter and MJ, and that's a way to kind of bridge the gap between the Toby movies and this. So there's so many possibilities here. Hell, she could be playing Jean Grey of the X-Men. Would that make sense for a 4th Spider-Man movie? Probably not, but I say whatever they want to do, go for it, because it's Sadie Sink, and she has so much talent. So I'm just really excited to see her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is the next big step for her career post Stranger Things. This movie's going to come out a couple months, or a few months actually, after Stranger Things comes to an end. So real excited for this step in her career and who's she playing. I kind of hope it's Mayday Parker, but I also wouldn't be mad if it was Gwen Stacy, and that would open the door for her to be a live-action Spider-Gwen. Music to my ears. Next, we got the man of the hour himself, Tom Holland, back as Spider-Man. We've seen him in all of his glory in the gorgeous, gorgeous new suit, which contends for best live-action Spider-Man suit we've seen. We haven't even seen a trailer for this movie. We've just seen set pictures. The thing is clean. It's a work of art. I mean, I'm not going to say LFG because we already know he's Spider-Man. It's good to be back. He's going to the top of It's Good to Be Back. This is Spider-Man. This is not a surprise. That's why it's not in the LFG tier. That's kind of reserved for new characters or characters who've been gone for a while and have only had minimal screen time in the MCU. I mean, it's good to be back. We all knew he's Spider-Man. This is a Spider-Man movie. He was going to be in it all along. It has been 4 years, though, and I think I'm starting to, clamor for that new movie. Hell, by the time this comes out, it'll have been almost 5 years. Is that correct? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26? Wow, yeah, it'll have been nearly about 4.5 years, we'll call it, since we've seen him suit up as Spidey, so it'll be beyond good to be back by the time that rolls around. He is just so awesome as Spider-Man. I think the argument of who the best Spidey is almost moot, because they all bring different great traits to the role, and he's consistently proven he's Spider-Man, and by the time this movie's out, and, future sequels, he could just cement himself as the GOAT live-action Spider-Man. Only time will tell, but of course, it's good to see him back. And next, we've got Michael Mando as Scorpion. I have been waiting since the Homecoming post-credit scene to see this man come back. In 2017, Homecoming came out. He's in the post-credit scene. We see him real quickly with Vulture. They set up Scorpion, and that went nowhere. It's one of the few MCU post-credit scenes that has led to nothing. That irks me. That keeps me up at night. Things like that bother me in cinematic universes. The loose ends that aren't tied up. Well, hey, Brand New Day's coming in, and they're going to rectify that because we're going to see Scorpion back in action. It's officially confirmed. You guys know what? LFG. I'm putting him right here, right behind Bernthal's Punisher. I've wanted to see this man return as a villain forever. I don't know if he's the main villain or one of the main villains in the film, but it seems like he's going to be like the B villain. There's going to be a main villain we don't know about yet. Maybe Mr. Negative. We really have no clue, but Scorpion being back, beyond hyped for that. I cannot wait. And what's cool is I've actually watched Better Call Saul since Homecoming, which was obviously 2017. So when I first saw him, I was like, oh, that's cool. But now that I've seen Better Call Saul a couple of years ago, I watched it. I'm like, this man, Nacho Varga, he's about to deliver one hell of a performance as a villain. So LFG all day. Next up, we've got Melanie Scrofano. Apologies if I mispronounce her name. I had no idea she was in this movie until I did some research before filming. Apparently, she is in an undisclosed role. And honestly, I don't have any familiarity with this actress to my knowledge, so I'm going to go ahead and say don't really care. I'm sure she's probably great, but I don't really care right now because I don't really know of her, so I have no real reason to be excited that she's in this movie. Next, we've got the most recent casting news. This is official stuff. Tramell Tillman of Severance fame, Mr. Milchick himself, has been cast in an undisclosed role in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't know who he's playing. I don't give a damn who he's playing. I'm going LFG, guys. This is awesome news. I am going, I'd say right here, probably at the back of LFG, because I think I'm more excited for everyone above him. But who's he playing? Word on the street is, we don't know. But there are people on Twitter saying he's gotta be playing Norman Osborn. Hell yeah to that. He could totally pull that off. If you watch his performance as Mr. Milchick, there's this unsettling feel whenever he's on screen, but he's captivating. With every line he delivers, he steals every scene in that show. I say LFG to that. Don't know who he's playing. I think he has to be playing a villain, in my opinion. Even though we saw him play, I guess, a good guy in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning as, like, the submarine captain, he can do it all. He's very versatile as an actor, and I'm really just excited to see him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't really care what role he plays. I'm just happy he's in this movie, but if he ends up somehow being Norman Osborn, I'm all in on that. Next, we got Jacob Batalon, Ned himself, from the trilogy of Spider-Man films in the MCU. This is another one of those characters who we knew was going to be back. I'm going to say it's good to be back, I guess. Him and MJ both are like right there with Spidey, with Tom Spidey, Peter throughout the entire trilogy, and so it's good to see him back. I wonder if they're going to go the Hobgoblin route with him or not. There were rumors that was going to be the case in No Way Home. That obviously ended up not being true, but anything's possible for good old Ned. Last on this list is a big fat rumor, a big old rumor that has no validity to it, but I had to mention it in this video. Joe Keery, Steve Harrington himself, has been rumored to be playing Harry Osborn in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's just a rumor, so I'm going to put it right here, obviously. But if this were to somehow come true, it would probably skyrocket to the top of LFG. Now, if you know me, if you can tell from my background, I love Stranger Things. He does play Steve, one of my top 2 favorite characters in the show. And so I have a soft spot for this actor and for that character. And so, of course, I want to root for him and see him in any future project. I just could see him having so much fun in this role. Seeing Joe Keery and Tom Holland having scenes together, I mean, that excites the hell out of me. I just can imagine the two of them really hitting it off on set, having a great chemistry repertoire with each other. I am so down for this. I don't know if Joe Keery wants to sign on to that. I mean, I know Stranger Things is coming to an end, and I love Joe, like his music rules, spelled DJO, that is. The D is silent. And so I know that he might want to focus on music a bit post Stranger Things, but he could get himself a nice little gig in the MCU. And then the MCU says, hey, we're getting Sadie Sink, we're getting Joe Keery, we got Joseph Quinn, we got David Harbour. Who else from Stranger Things? They're just picking away at that cast now, which makes sense. But I really hope this rumor comes true because I would love to see Joe Keery interact with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. I just think that he could totally pull that off. You've got the energy of Steve Harrington, a little bit of that psychotic nature of someone like Kurt Kunkel from Spree that he plays. I haven't seen Fargo, but I've heard that performance as Gator is a bit on the evil side as well. So he can play, you know, charming, heroic with the villain as well. So whatever route they want to go with that character, whatever arc they want to take him on, he could knock it out of the park, and I'm so here for it. It's just a rumor, but I hope it ends up being true. But that does it for my ranking of the Spider-Man Brand New Day cast announcements based on my excitement. Let me know in the comments down below which of these actors you are the most excited to see in this movie, and of course, hit that like button. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to help reach my goal of 150,000 subscribers here on the channel. I mean, quite a bit. And be on the lookout for more videos coming very soon. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.